Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 5 essential skills you need to survive in forest survival conditions. Whether you're an adventurer or just want to be prepared, these tips could save your life. Out here in the wild, it's all about using your instincts, your knowledge, and whatever you can find around you to make it back alive. We're going to strip survival down to its bare bones, arming you with the skills you need to face the unexpected. So buckle up, get ready to learn, and remember, the wild is unforgiving. But with the right knowledge, you can overcome anything. Let's get started. Right. First things first, we need to address the most vital element for survival water. Without it, our chances of making it through any survival situation drop dramatically. Out here, forgetting your water bottle isn't just an inconvenience, it's a serious threat. Dehydration can set in quickly, especially in hot or dry conditions. The human body can only survive a few days without water, making it public enemy number 1 in a survival situation. Symptoms of dehydration include dizziness, confusion, and extreme fatigue. Now, finding water in the wild is all about knowing where to look. Nature often provides clues if you know how to read them. Think like a stream, always flowing downhill. Water naturally collects in lower areas, so head towards valleys and dips. Follow any dips or depressions in the terrain. They often lead you to a source. Look for signs of moisture or plant life that thrives in wet conditions. Keep your eyes peeled for animal tracks. They often converge around watering holes. Animals need water just as much as we do, and they know where to find it. And remember, even damp soil can be a lifesaver. Digging a small hole in damp ground can sometimes yield water. Once you've located a potential water source, don't be tempted to gulp it down just yet. Raw water can harbour dangerous pathogens. It could be teeming with bacteria and parasites that'll leave you in worse shape. Always inspect the water carefully before deciding on the next steps. We need to purify it, and that's where your inner Bear Grylls comes in. Purification is crucial to avoid waterborne illnesses. Boiling is your best bet. It's a simple yet effective method to kill off most harmful organisms. A rolling boil for at least 1 minute kills off most harmful nasties. In higher altitudes, boil for at least 3 minutes to ensure safety. If you've got a fire going, use a metal container or even improvise with a clay pot if you have to. No fire, no problem. There are other methods. Water purification tablets are a lifesaver, small and lightweight. They're a must-have in your survival kit. They are easy to use and very effective. Crush them up and drop them in your water, following the instructions on the package. Usually it takes about 30 minutes for the tablets to work. Remember, clear flowing water is generally safer than stagnant water, but always purify, no matter how thirsty you are. It's a small step that can save you from a lot of trouble. It's better to be safe than sorry in the wild. Proper hydration is key to maintaining your strength and focus, so always prioritize finding and purifying water. Shelter is your next priority. It protects you from the elements, provides a sense of security, and becomes your base camp in the wild. A well-constructed shelter can make all the difference in your survival experience. Out here, a good shelter can be the difference between a rough night and a life-threatening situation. It shields you from harsh weather conditions, whether it's rain, wind, or cold. Now, the type of shelter you build depends on your environment and the resources available. Assess your surroundings carefully to determine the best type of shelter for your needs. A simple lean-to is a classic. It's quick to build and effective in many situations. Find a large fallen log or rock face and lean branches against it at a 45-degree angle. This creates a sturdy frame for your shelter. Cover it with leaves, moss, or even your emergency blanket for added insulation. This helps to keep the warmth in and the cold out. If you're in a denser forest, a debris hut is a great option. It's more time-consuming but offers excellent protection. It's basically a giant pile of leaves and branches built around a framework of sturdy sticks. The structure should be strong enough to withstand the elements. The thicker the better, as it provides insulation and protection from wind and rain. A well-insulated shelter can keep you warm even in freezing temperatures. Location is key when building your shelter. Choose a spot that offers natural protection and is free from hazards. Avoid valleys where cold air settles and steer clear of areas prone to flash floods. These areas can become dangerous quickly. Look for higher ground with natural windbreaks like trees or rock formations. These features can help shield your shelter from strong winds. Inside your shelter, create a comfortable sleeping area. This is crucial for maintaining body heat and ensuring a good night's rest. A bed of dry leaves or pine needles provides insulation from the cold ground. This layer acts as a barrier against the cold earth. If possible, elevate your sleeping area slightly to avoid rolling into any water that might seep in. This can be done using branches or other materials. Remember, your shelter is your sanctuary in the wild. It's your safe haven where you can rest and recuperate. Take your time, build it right, and it will provide you with the protection you need to survive. A well-built shelter is an investment in your safety and well-being. Fire, the ultimate survival tool. It provides warmth, cooks your food, purifies water, and even offers psychological comfort in the darkness. Out here, knowing how to start a fire without matches is an essential skill. One reliable method is using a ferrocerium rod, also known as a fire steel. It creates sparks hot enough to ignite tinder, which is any dry, fluffy material that catches fire easily. Gather birch bark, dry grass, or even bird nests for tinder. Hold the rod close to your tinder pile and scrape it forcefully with a sharp edge to create sparks. Another technique is friction-based fire starting. The hand drill method involves spinning a wooden spindle rapidly between your palms against the fireboard. This takes practice and patience, but with the right technique, it can produce enough heat to create an ember. Once you have an ember, gently transfer it to your tinder nest and blow carefully to encourage a flame. Gradually add small twigs and branches, building up to larger pieces of wood as the fire grows. Remember, fire requires three things: fuel, oxygen, and heat. Make sure your tinder is bone dry, provide adequate airflow, and be persistent with your chosen fire starting method. With practice and determination, you'll be able to spark life into a fire even in the toughest conditions. Finding food in the wild is all about knowing what to look for. Edible plants are often abundant, providing essential nutrients to keep you going. But be warned, consuming the wrong plant can be dangerous, even deadly. Knowledge is power when it comes to foraging for survival. Before you start munching on anything green, take the time to learn about common edible plants in your region. Field guides and online resources can be invaluable tools. Familiarize yourself with their appearance, growing habits, and any potential lookalikes. Some easily identifiable edible plants include cattails, found near water sources. Their roots, shoots, and even pollen heads are edible. Clovers are another common plant with edible leaves and flowers. Just make sure they haven't been sprayed with pesticides. Berries can be a tempting treat, but exercise caution. While many berries are safe and delicious, some can be toxic. Stick to well-known edible varieties like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. If in doubt, leave it out. Remember, never eat any plant unless you're 100% certain of its identification. When in doubt, err on the side of caution. It's better to go hungry than to risk getting sick from eating something poisonous. Getting lost is a real danger in the wilderness. It can happen to anyone, regardless of experience or preparation. Without a compass or GPS, finding your way back to civilization can feel like an impossible task. Technology can fail, and batteries can die, leaving you stranded. But fear not, nature provides its own set of navigational tools. You just need to know how to read them. These tools have been used by explorers and adventurers for centuries. The sun is your most reliable guide. Its consistent path across the sky can help you determine direction. It rises in the east and sets in the west. This simple fact can be a lifesaver when you're disoriented. To determine direction, hold your arm straight out in front of you with your thumb pointing towards the sun in the morning. This method is quick and effective. East will be to your left, west to your right. This basic orientation can help you get back on track. At night, the stars become your compass. The night sky is full of navigational aids if you know where to look. Locate the North Star, the brightest star in the Little Dipper constellation. It always points north. This star has guided travelers for millennia. Once you know north, you can determine the other cardinal directions. This knowledge is crucial for nighttime navigation. Pay attention to natural landmarks. These can be your best friends in an unfamiliar environment. Distinctive trees, rock formations, or even the flow of a river can help you orient yourself. Rivers often lead to civilization. Make mental notes of these landmarks as you travel. They can serve as breadcrumbs on your journey. This habit can prevent you from getting lost in the first place. If you find yourself turned around, stay calm and don't panic. Panic can cloud your judgment and make the situation worse. Retrace your steps if possible, looking for familiar landmarks. This can often lead you back to your original path. If all else fails, find a safe location, build a shelter, and signal for help. Survival is about staying safe and being found. Remember, navigation is about observation and awareness. The more you practice, the better you'll become. By paying attention to your surroundings and using nature's clues, you can increase your chances of finding your way back to safety. Trust in your skills and stay vigilant. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more survival tips and adventure guides. Stay safe out there. Remember, these skills are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to wilderness survival. The more you learn and practice, the better equipped you'll be to handle any situation. So get out there, explore the great outdoors, and never stop learning. And remember, the most important survival tool you have is your own knowledge and determination. Stay curious, stay prepared, and stay wild.